important. You don't want any surprises. Imagine on the morning of departure, there's some kind of snag. So here we go. Let's try out the tag. Beep. Aha. The tag worked. What a pleasure. We're through. When there's a big mission coming up, you don't just arrive on the morning, do a pre-flight and go. Yeah. Imagine getting in the plane, swinging the ignition, and the damn thing doesn't start. So it really does require a little bit of prep, some packing, organizing. It would be a disaster if they've got a helicopter as part of the operation, a couple of ground crews, everybody ready to arrive on Saturday, and Steve fails. This plane needs a clean. The little sweetheart that's going to have to behave very, very, very well. Mission in some deep African bush, so a very thorough pre-flighting is going to happen right here. I'm cranking the prop over to transfer the oil from the engine back into the reservoir, and that's the only way to get a correct reading of the dipstick. Otherwise, all the oil's in the engine, you do a misreading assuming that it's empty and then overfill it. So I'm now there we go. Once more for good measure. The toilet is flushed. Now I can measure the oil. And there we go. It's halfway up the indicated level. Alrighty, I've given this not just the once over, the thrice over. It's perfectly okay. I've been through everything. I've even put a little bit of corrosion material, resistant material, lubricated everything, checked coolants, and I'm going to close it up. It's good to go. There's a couple of delightful sayings in aviation, and they maybe belong only to aviation. And this reminds me of one of them. They say that the two most useless things in aviation is fuel in the bowser, rather than the aircraft, and runway behind you. What's the point, you know? So a good rule when doing this is the fact that you can't have too much fuel. What you've got, put it in. Take it to the overflow, and that's what I'm doing. When you go into Thornfeld, you take tubes. I've learned this the hard way. There's no time for putting patches on and so on, so you just take one main gear, one nose gear tube, and those go into what the boating people call the grab bag. So here's my grab bag. It has in it what I'd most like to grab if I was running away from the aircraft. Just a few goodies, same story. When you're going in the thorns, this could become the most valuable little can of stuff that I've owned in my life. And I have my little motorcycling pump to pump the tubes when I need to. Tie-down kit, a very necessary part of the deal. GPS is going home because it's going to have all the tracks and the waypoints and everything loaded. That's going to be very important. Some coolant, lubricant, few glues, and some goodies. And we take a personal locator beacon, because that's insurance that you'll never have to use it. As long as you've got it, you won't use it. How's that for smart? Hi, Mike Gill from SkyReach. I hope you can see this. I'm now wearing the full regalia. And since I'm doing some bush flying at Pinder, I figured, well, today's dress code will be my Bushcat SkyReach Rainbow Cheetah.
Napenda habari hiyo ni bara Wiliponi kijana bomba Ibilisi amejaribu kuniweka chini na patuma Napenda habari hiyo ni bara Wiliponi kijana machachari Ibilisi amejaribu kuniweka chini nimemuchenga From what I know hata udama vela waniwezi know From what I know hata udama vela waniwezi know And I know a lot of we are falling down It doesn't matter many times we falling down And I know a lot of we are falling down It doesn't matter many times we falling down
Here comes an interesting part of the pre-flight. I go into the wing and there's two major bracing wires that stop this wing from going into a parallelogram as such, due to the forces on the leading edge. So let's unzip here, and in we go, and I play my guitar. Listen to this. Let me show you in there. So who knows what the tension is supposed to be? I have no way of measuring it except with my ears. So on a pre-flight, that's the way forward, is get in there, and the day it goes doomph and there's no twang, well, call the maintenance engineer.
Zote ziko chini kwa chini, chini kwa chini, yeti chini kwa chini. Mapepo wote wako chini kwa chini, chini kwa chini, yeti chini kwa chini. Madawa zote ziko chini kwa chini, chini kwa chini, yeti chini kwa chini. Uchawi wote uko chini kwa chini, chini kwa chini. Okay, stop, ngoja kidogo, mtoto bangi yule ameokoka. Okay, stop, ngoja kidogo, mtoto bangi wale wameokoka. From what I know, hata udama vela waniwezi know. From what I know,